Hi there, and welcome to This Day in History for May 20th. May 20th is the 140th day of the year in the Gregorian calendar, 141st in leap years, with 235 days remaining to the end of the year. Today's word is serendipity. Serendipity is a noun that means the faculty or phenomenon of finding valuable or agreeable things, not sought for. Also, an instance of this. This is a complicated way of expressing good luck or an unexpected happy find. A couple of example sentences might include, "What serendipity to stumble onto this lovely old bookstore, where they just happened to have a book I've wanted for years." Or, "Fear turned into serendipity when she stopped into the little cafe where she met the people who could and did help her get where she was trying to go." The word serendipity comes to us from a Persian fairy tale. First known use of the word serendipity is 1754. Serendipity. And with that, in the 1800s, the United States was spreading across the North American continent. On May 20th, 1862, President Abraham Lincoln signed the Homestead Act into law. The Homestead Act had been created in an effort to encourage people to settle and develop the territories, great opportunity for all sorts of people. With a few exceptions, one had to be at least 21 years of age or the head of a household and be a U.S. citizen or intend to become one. The homesteader then had to live on the property, build a dwelling, and cultivate a portion of the land for at least 5 years. Once these were achieved, the homesteader could pay a small fee and apply for a land patent or deed, and then they would become the legal owner of the property. This wasn't as easy as it sounds, and some people were not able to prove out, as in building a building, cultivating the land, and living there for 5 years. And Native American tribes got displaced right and left. But here we are, many of us west of the Mississippi River, because our ancestors took advantage of the Homestead Act. The Homestead Act, by the way, remained in effect until the enactment of the Federal Land Policy and Management Act of 1976. From May to July of 1956, the United States conducted a series of nuclear test detonations at the Bikini and Enewetak atolls in the Pacific Ocean. This series was called Operation Redwing, and it was on May 20th, 1956, that the first airborne hydrogen bomb of Operation Redwing was dropped over the Bikini Atoll. Now, before we get on to the song of the day, let me say that I'll include a link to a previous episode for May 20th, in case you'd like to see what other subjects I may have covered in a previous episode for this date. Today's song is Groovin' by the Young Rascals. Written by Felix Cavallari and Eddie Brigatti of the Young Rascals, this song was different from their usual type of song. In fact, Atlantic Records didn't want to release it as a single at first. But the group had a friend in the industry, disc jockey Murray the K, who loved it and intervened on their behalf to convince Atlantic to release it as a single. It came out in April of 1967 and was pretty much an instant hit, reaching number 1 status on the Billboard Hot 100 on May 20th, 1967, for the first of 2 weeks. Groovin' has been covered by several other artists, and the Young Rascals have also recorded it in several other languages. Groovin' by the Young Rascals, number 1, May 20th, 1967. Link in the description. And I think that's going to do it for us today. Thank you so much for watching. Consider subscribing if you haven't already. Feel free to share this video with a link in your email, messaging, or social media. If you enjoyed this series, you can check out the playlist that contains these videos. I'll put a link to that in the description. That description lives on YouTube, so for other platforms, I'll include a link to my blog page that's called No Really. You can also find me on Rumble, BitChute, and Getter. All those links in the description. Alrighty, that's all I can think of right now. Thanks again, and I'll see you next time. Do not disturb.
Okay, I turned Do Not Disturb on.
Good job. Third time better be a charm. There's no "the" there. One more time. Attracting. Just read the whole thing over. Are you making some sound? Get on out of here. And we're gonna edit that out. Don't alienate people who can be helpful to you. Flinging happiness all over the place. Alrighty, back to work. I think we got it this time.